basketball fans, you've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter David Aldridge. To Philadelphia.
And the big problem, they got trigger happy. Shot a very low percentage from beyond the arc.
Well, the obvious solve is to go to the basket. I mean, there were some open lanes. They were just unwilling to take advantage of it.
Now let's take a look at Louisville's opening lineup. We've got Brian Roberts. John Lewis out there with Hernan Gomez. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Simpson in at the 3 slot. Washington shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And so Sessions nails both of them.
Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line.
And Fournier kicks to Lewis. Fournier passes to Hernan Gomez. It's stolen by Bryant. Sessions with it. Kicks it to Fields. 6 on the shot clock. Azubuike for 3. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions. Azubuike's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Roberts. He's covered by Sessions. Poked away. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. And now just over a minute played here in the first. From 12 feet out. And it's good off the glass. Here's Roberts. It is now to Fournier. Pass to Lure. Back to Fournier. And here's the break. Here's Field.
Boom! Field! Attack. Wow. Attack the rim, baby. Boom out the way.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. Sessions. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Sessions has got 6 points.
And already with a commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
So Louisville calls timeout. They're first.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Well, the pace right now, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, to their style of game.
Pass to Simpson. That's tipped out of bounds as Louisville keeps possession. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Louisville. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
That's great, David. Thanks. They've got their hands full against a team that plays such tough D.
And that's why you got to be flexible in terms of your game plan, particularly on the offensive end. They might have to try a few different approaches until they find one that works.
Well, Greg, I think the best approach It's a solid motion offense, a lot of back cuts, ball movement side to side. Against a team with this kind of defense, good movement is always the key to breaking them down.
Now here's Porter. Another one falls for Washington.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Roberts. He's covered by Sessions. Second shot opportunity, and Lure with the lay-in good. Lure's got his first bucket of the night.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you what it's like, football, having a 3rd and 13 and then running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
And here's Sessions. He's got 10. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Knocks it loose. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless. And this style of play can be hard to come back against.
From downtown, shot by Roberts, no good. Washington leading now by 17. Here's Porter, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Look how Porter maintains his focus on this play. Even when you knock him around, he uses his strength to nail these type of shots.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
A platoon swap here for Louisville.
One shot.
You know, the versatility of Porter is huge. I mean, he's an outstanding perimeter defender, in addition also to being a proven scorer.
First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Oh!
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Passes it to Haynes. 1 second left. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
And so it's Washington holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you what,
Selden is out there with Wells. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's Mickey in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The pass to Korkmaz. Louisville passing it around. Hooked away. Hells with the steal. Right wing. Plumlee with the steal. Now here's Joseph. Guarded closer. Out of bounds as Louisville keeps possession.
Louisville ball.
Loose, 6 on the shot clock. Sells with the steal. And the
Backcourt
official
violation.
signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball.
Pass to Korkmaz. Knocked loose. Over to the wing. Here's Porter. And then Porter with the chance.
This is what I'm talking about, the mindset of Porter. When he's driving inside, he wants to dunk it hard every time.
Timeout call, Louisville.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Sheldon. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
And there's some entertainment value in the windmill.
Oh, a rim shaker and a wrist breaker. For Washington, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the pace of the NBA game has changed, becoming more strenuous. We've heard a growing chorus saying that the NBA regular season should be shortened, Chris, to allow more time for recovery.
No, the guys should do less in the summers. NBA has always been 82 games, and that's the season. Anything you do outside of the NBA does not confirm the season. So if you're tired because you play on several teams and for your country, or the fact that you work out and you go to several camps, that's only your fault. You know how to get rest during the off season. So that's ridiculous to say that there won't be 82 games a year. That's ridiculous. How do you keep an historical continuity if you don't keep it that way? So I think guys need to take it upon themselves to find ways to get more rest in the summer.
For Washington, they have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls, and Louisville making a change here. Lewis checked in. Good on both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
That's tipped. Ramon Sessions with the steal. Now the feed to Bryant. Here's Zeldin. 11 points in the game. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
Ramon Sessions with the steal. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal
Wow. Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Fast break, here we go. The finish, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And beginning to pull away. Really effective play calling halfway through this one.
Well, they figured out what's working, and that's what they're going to keep hammering on.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Korkmaz. Off the mark and a bad shot there. And so it's Washington with it. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
You could see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win it.
Yeah, well, by that point, their confidence levels were through the roof. They truly knew that they could hang with those guys.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Now Joseph, no good on that last second attempt there. And so it's Washington with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith. That's Shaquille O'Neal. Thanks for joining us. Boy, a pumped-up home crowd is behind us right now. Well, for Washington, Kenny, what's your take?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, they struggled in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Here's Sessions. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Louisville, we've got Evan Fournier. Hernan Gomez out there with John Lewis. Then there's Brian Roberts and Simpson in at the small forward. And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. Outside Porter, off the pick, and they pick up 2. Porter's got 9.
Well, you better wrap Porter up on these type of shots. When you don't, he fends off the contact well and finishes in style.
There's the pick. Feeds to Fournier. Buries it from 3-point range.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
Now here's Sessions. He's got 14. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Here's Roberts. He's covered by Sessions. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
Louisville shooting their first free throw tonight.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing. Oh, did you see that? My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. They set the pick. Hands of the ball out of bounds. Sessions touched it last. And Washington making a change here. Peterson's checked in.
Morris Peterson.
Here's Roberts. He's covered by Sessions. 5 to shoot. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds as Louisville keeps possession.
Louisville ball.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. Rebound by Azubuike. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Knocked away. Hernan Gomez passes to Roberts. Dishes to Fournier. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up at the stripe, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Fournier's got 5 points now in the quarter. And he banks in the layup.
Since they come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
And don't forget, very accurate. Taking shots within the floor of the offense. Not something that can be said for a moment.
It's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Well, that's where they have the advantage tonight. They're just a better team in transition.
Here's Roberts. Plenty of space, and that one comes up a bit short.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
1:36 left in the third. And again, Washington running the court in transition.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And so it's Louisville with it. They set the pick. He dishes it to Fournier. And here we go. Washington fast break.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
1:02 left in the third. Here's Roberts. Out of bounds. Possession. Plumlee, he's checked in for Louisville.
Mason Plumlee.
Here's Roberts. Four on the shot clock. Knocks it loose. And here we go. Washington fast break.
And that's how he makes his presence felt.
And Greg, we see him do it time and again. He is a special, special talent. Out of bounds as Louisville keeps possession. A big group substitution here for Louisville.
John Lewis.
Okay.
Jenny Austin. Corey.
Whoa.
Lure against Bryant. And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant. Carter, he's checked in for Washington.
I want to
Carter.
Louisville play.
They get a hand on it. And here we go. Washington fast break.
Athleticism on that fence. No.
Out left to the wing. Louisville, no good that time either.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, trying to recapture momentum. When the tide's running against you, very difficult to do. What will the young kids say today? Ride that wave.
And so it's Washington, able to put on a show for the ages. Barring a disaster, it would appear they've got this game in the bag. Back right after this. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Joseph with the ball. We've got Mickey, Otto Porter Jr. out there with Jackson, and it's Carter in at the 2. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
Here's Washington now. And then Carter with the dunk.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
Get out the way. Move, and that pumps up his teammates as well. That's a statement play all the way around.
Oh, excuse me.
And you look at the level of talent in the NBA now, some great plays. But for another say, the league is watered down. How do you view that statement?
Well, I don't think you can compare eras. I think it's great to argue and have fun with them, debate them, but, you know, very sincerely, unless someone can play against each other, it's just a wasted argument. It's different eras, there's different rules. Think about how many threes Larry Bird shot per game. 1.5, 2. What if he could let it fly 10 times a game? We'd be talking about a different player. So I think times, era, the physical play of the 80s and the 90s, I just know that players will handle it differently. Hand checking, the way that we call flagrant 1 fouls. It's a different league, and so I just...
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
But give the coach a little credit. It's been some great play calling. Each guy doing his part. This is what you're hoping to achieve.
Poster tag up top. Passes it to Zipser. Louisville passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Oster tag pass to Zipser. There's Korkmaz. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
Here's Carter. Good for the big time in 5 shots. He remains third.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Joseph. He's tightly guarded, and that one good.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
Zipser kicks to Joseph. Carter outside. And here's Porter. Back to Carter. And he hammers that one down right in the base of Ajinça.
Like the vision from Porter. Not just looking for his own shot. Constantly looking to get it to the open man.
Carter's gotten everything to fall. Shooting 6 for 6 tonight. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And hate to make a mistake there. Have to stay focused.
You're so right. Trying to shrink the deficit. Sometimes you push too hard to make something happen.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for a 5-second violation. Chris, if you were on the rules committee, what rule change would you like to see the NBA make going forward?
Okay.
Kevin, there's not a rule I necessarily have changed, but I'd ask them to kind of reinterpret a couple of rules, and that goes with the flagrant foul. I often see so many plays that are just hard fouls called as flagrant fouls, and that can affect not only a player and later on whether it's a flagrant 2, but it can affect the game. It can affect the next game by how it's interpreted by a player being kicked out because of that. And so I just want to take the sensitivity or put the toughness back into that. So many flagrant fouls are called and they're not going at the head, or they're chopping down on the wrist, and I just like to see it get back to be interpreted as it was a little while ago, maybe 20.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
Got a piece of it. Here's Fields, and that one is hammered home.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? And here's Louisville. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Mickey kicks to Carter. Unloads from 13. And it's off the back rim. No good. And so it's Louisville with it. The pass to Korkmaz. Hits it from three-point range. There's 47 seconds left in the game. Now Carter. And the layup ball.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
And then Carter with the dunk.
And that's the pure instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
Here's Roberts. No good with the triple. And it's Carter penetrating, shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.